Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Yeet is dead.
Saraya teases a WWE return.
Kevin Owens has an update on his injury recovery.
And a big update on the Hall of Fame. I'm Adam Wilborn. This is the news.
That was a turkey. I don't know about the news. Right, let's kick this one off by talking about Jey Uso.
Yeet!
Yes,
Yeet!
That's how I say it too.
Yeah.
He's gotten serious.
Yeah.
He refused to yeet on last night's episode of Raw. How dare he do? I just, if I'm in a WWE crowd and Jey Uso comes out, I want to be a clapping seal.
Yes.
And go yeet. But he didn't do it last night. He's all serious. This, of course, comes 1 week after Jimmy Uso got just drowned in his own blood.
Murdered, yes.
Yeah, Jey was tied to the ropes. Gunther just destroyed this guy, sent him to the shadow realm. Blood, guts, things of that nature, all over the ring. Last night was the follow-up to that. Gunther came out. Gunter, I
Just like Mr. Bean.
he was saying Mr. Bean looking ass. That was a strange choice, wasn't it? He should have driven down the road with that little car. With
I'd
teddy.
love to see Gunther driving a Mini.
Mr. Bean, man. Mr.
What a
Bean.
ledge.
But he came down, Gunther, he looked really chuffed with himself. He didn't get a chance to speak, however. There was some "We Want Jey" chants that broke out, and Jey Uso's music hit.
Yeet!
Yeet. But except the arena did the yeet. Jey Uso did none of that nonsense. He was like, I'm wearing black. That means I'm serious. Yeah, I'm Jey Uso. I don't yeet anymore. But yeah, he was looking real angry, came in the ring. Gunther looked like he was trying to speak. He got the microphone just turkeyed right out of his hands.
Out of here.
And then Jey got on the microphone. He's in hushed tones, so you know it's serious. He asked Gunther if he had a mother, if he had a mom. He asked if he talks to his mother, and what do they talk about? Family stuff? How's the wife? How's the grandson? And then Jey said that he has a mother too, and he had to tell his mom last week that her son is in a hospital bed. After what Gunther did, of course. Said that Jimmy got 15 stitches in his head. Jay's mom asked him, why didn't you protect him, Joshua? Breaking kayfabe there, Mama Uso. Jey said that he wasn't going to lie to his mother and tell him that it was because he was afraid of Gunther. Jey said that Gunther was playing chess, and he had Jey, but that wasn't enough for the World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther had to get the family involved, is what Jey said, and he recalled how he watched Gunther wipe Jimmy's blood all over his chair. That was a bit gross, wasn't it? That was a bit freaky.
I do like that.
Freak move from Gunther there. Jey said that he'd never felt so hopeless, so helpless, so pissed off in all of his life. And he yelled at Gunther and said that you violated my twin in front of me and it made my heart stop. He didn't use those exact tones, but he was very serious.
Yeah.
And Jey said that in his darkest moment, a light bulb went off in his head. He realized that he's not afraid of Gunther anymore. Some yeet chants started to break out. He refused to do them again. No yeet. He's a serious man. Jey said that before WrestleMania, he's going to lay his head down and say a prayer for Gunther and ask for forgiveness for the man that he's about to become. He's going to get Gunther for himself, for Jimmy, and his whole. He's like, I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
It's like his primary school, like he's playing catchies or something.
I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you. He said he's going to get him for himself, for Jimmy, and his whole damn family, including Rikishi. That's his dad.
Yeah.
Respect. Jey said that he was going to take the World Heavyweight Championship, and he threw the microphone. His music hit. He let himself out of the ring very, very slowly. And again, no yeet. So, to me, it seems like they're taking away the carnival aspect of Jey Uso's presentation, the kind of circusy, the fun part.
Yeah.
Because it's a very serious story now. What's going to happen is that I think Jey is not going to do a single yeet between now and the first bell ringing, and he's going to win the title, and it's going to be a big cathartic yeet
I like that.
To win. But yeah, serious Jey.
I really like this. I thought this was a nice twist in the story. They kind of lost their way for a while where he was just kind of botching, basically. But they've nicely factored it in terms of just like, he's been hesitant, he's been scared of Gunther, but now, after what he did to Jimmy, now he's a different man. You brought his family into it, basically, and that's the big mistake you've made. You've probably beaten him if you hadn't have done what you did to Jimmy, but now Jey Uso is out for revenge, and he's going to get it at WrestleMania. Look, I have said from the beginning of this, Gunther needs to absolutely paintbrush Jey in the match at WrestleMania because it's the best role for Gunther and arguably it's the best spot for Jey because the moment Jey won the Rumble and all the furor kicked off, people were like, he can't beat Gunther. Well, he can if he has the whole group of fans in the arena behind him, everyone watching behind him, his family behind him, and that desire to do it from deep down inside. And I think they've really recovered this story in recent weeks. I can't wait for it. Like you say, it's not going to main event WrestleMania, clearly. Yeah. But I think it could be a perfect opener on either night, to be perfectly honest. I thought you were going to say that he might bring back the Yeet for his entrance at WrestleMania. Yeah. But yeah, I do like that if he only brings the Yeet in when he, needs the... That's an awkward phrase to use nowadays. The Hulk up, effectively, or as a post-match celebration. Look, I'm going to quote Michael Sidgwick, who said that Jey Uso needs to blade both of his tits in this match so he can get chopped and bloodied and what have you. But yeah, there's going to be that spot. And Gunther sells this so well. He's done this against numerous opponents where he's like, I'm battering you. You crap you are. You're rubbish. You got anything left? And then they fire back and he's like, oh, bloody hell.
I'm Gunther.
That's the match, isn't it?
Moves. Yeah, absolutely. Jey should go over, I think. Yeah. Like, following the pattern of the storyline, I mean, if he doesn't go over at this stage, it's a bit of a pain in the ass.
Gunther's starting to set a bit of a trend of himself of overlooking whoever he's facing at WrestleMania and them pulling a win out of nowhere in a match that they would consistently lose against him. Other than at WrestleMania, you saw it last year with Sami Zayn. I think we're going to get the same with Jey Uso this year.
Arrogance.
I don't think Jey Uso should hold the World Heavyweight Championship for that long, if I'm honest.
No.
But it is, to quote WWE, a real WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, definitely. It should be a relatively short reign. Yeah. It should be more of a Dusty Rhodes reign than anything. 30 days would do fine. It's Jey Uso. It's all about, for me, I think it's all about the chase because he isn't the best in-ring wrestler in the world. If you have someone in that spotlight for a long term and you're relying on them to have great matches, probably not going to work out so well. I'm not saying the Gunther match won't be good. It certainly will. They've probably been laying it out for months. Yeah. So it is going to be good. But yeah, he's obviously extremely over. Everyone loves going. Everyone. Even the most cynical old farts in the world, when you're in the arena, you do a yeet. It's just what you do. I might sit there all day and go, I'm not doing a yeet, I'm a 37, I'm just a very serious man. And then you just do it. Yeah. It's an involuntary thing. You lose yourself in the music the moment. Don't you ever let it go. So there you go. I just quoted the most over-quoted song of all time.
8 days we fly to WrestleMania.
Oh, well, man, we should have done 9 days yesterday. What's going on? 9 days.
But, it's just over 9 days until our bloody live show. Big announcement on Ups and Downs, by the way, later on today, so make sure you check that out. But
Friday, what date is it?
April 18th.
18th, there you go. We
Good Friday. More like Great Friday. Do they have Good Friday in America? I don't
think they do. Know.
Well, Brits, it's going to be a Good Friday if you fly to WrestleMania. Yeah. We'll be doing a live SmackDown watch along, our biggest and best and first ever, I believe, at the HyperX Arena.
We've never been there.
So. Yeah, it's going to be awesome, and we're going to be doing an Ups and Downs, which you can be a part of with Simon Miller immediately afterwards, following SmackDown, and then myself and Hamflet are going to be doing a probably quite pissed WrestleMania preview podcast as well. I'm going to do a stage dive.
No, you're not.
Please come and buy tickets.
There's a barricade and like a 2-meter thing between the stage.
Get a good run up, it'll be fine.
You are going to turn into you know what your brain's going to do if you do that?
What? Indeed. But if you want to join us for that, please do. It's going to be such an amazing kick-off to WrestleMania weekend. WhatCulture.com/tickets.
Pop a gob. Nice. Story 2.
Story 2 is Saraya. Talking about a potential WWE return. Look, there's been loads of speculation about this from the moment she left AEW. But she's been speaking with TV Insider, promoting her brilliant memoir, Hell in Boots, Clawing My Way Through 9 Lives. And she said she's hoping to train at Natalia's school while she gets ready for a return to the ring of WWE, of course. She also said maybe down the line she'll get to do a Royal Rumble or an Elimination Chamber or anything I didn't get to do. Yeah, there's a few things on that checklist of hers that you forget. Oh yeah, she didn't really get the chance to do that now.
Didn't exist when she was there and active last time. Yeah, so like her going back to the Fed or Titan Sports, as we like to call it sometimes. It's a foregone conclusion.
It's a done deal, isn't it?
Yeah, she's definitely going back in some capacity. It's happening. Things like the Women's Royal Rumble and the Women's Elimination Chamber just simply weren't a thing when she was there last time. So, she absolutely is going to want to tick those bad boys off. So yeah, cool. I mean, if she wants to train with Natalia, that tells you she's probably just got one foot in the door already.
Not bad to have Tyson Kidd watching her either, because he's brilliant at aging.
Exactly. So hey, good for her.
Yeah.
She obviously was forbidden medically prohibited. What's the word?
That was the right
to wrestle for several years. Couldn't get cleared. Had the neck issues, obviously very serious. It's probably going to be quite cathartic for her to go back there.
Yeah.
When in her latter times in that company, she was a authority figure. She was a manager. She was on WWE backstage.
Great SmackDown GM, wasn't she? And then Shane was like, "I'll take it from here, thanks."
Yeah, she like there was an episode where she like kicked James Ellsworth out the door, and you never saw him again, which
God.
was quite nice indeed. So thank you, Saraya. For that service. I mean, for that alone, she kind of deserves a new deal, doesn't she? Getting rid of that guy. Weak jawline. It's a sign of poor character.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how she fits in, because the women's division has vastly changed since she was last a part of it within WWE. Even from, when managing the, what were they called? Sorority Sisters or whatever it was.
I can't even remember.
But yeah, I'm very happy for her that, she gets to take part, or hopefully will get to take part in these sorts of matches. And if WWE can do one thing, it is a real emotional return. I'm talking Daniel Bryan, Edge, obviously. It's going to be a wonderful moment. I know she's done stuff previously, as you mentioned, but like the bit where she's like, "I'm Paige here," and she's back and she's wrestling. And really, really excited to see her back in WWE.
What's the best one-liner that she could pop off in WWE after the immortal "Well, Doctor, your name rhymes"?
What's
the best she could do?
Right, who we got?
Let's have a think. Let's have a think on this.
Tiffany Stratton. I'm trying to think of someone's name who rhymes with a rude word.
yeah. Well, I was just thinking, like, Charlotte's Kaiser line was kind of the same tier as your name rhymes with.
Yes.
The other day. So it's got my mind thinking, well, who's got a swear word or a silly word?
Well, Becky Lynch sounds a bit like bitch. I'll leave it with me. I'll cook something better up.
Well, I've got nothing. I've got absolutely nothing here. This is Io Sky. You can't fly. This is a terrible segment. What are we?
I'll work on it. You do your next story.
I'll work on it. Right, Kevin Owens. What's cooking with him? He's very injured, of course. He announced this. It sucks ass. He announced this on SmackDown this week. He's got a neck issue. He's going to be out for a while. He's missing WrestleMania. They did the little pass by with Randy Orton, who was going to be his opponent.
Alexa Bliss, you smell like piss.
There you go. Well, goddess, your name rhymes with piss. But yes, Kevin Owens, he's got a neck problem. He's going to be out for a long time. He's given a bit of an update on My Mom's Basement, which is the interview he did with Robbie Fox shortly after SmackDown. And here's what he said about his recovery and how long you can expect him to be out. "I know I'll come back, or at the very least, I really hope I'll come back. I guess I never take anything for granted in what we do, so who knows, but it's pretty likely I'll come back, and then maybe we could do the match with Orton eventually. I haven't talked to the surgeon or anything like that yet. I'm going to do all that on Monday, so yesterday, so maybe we'll have some news soon. Another update on this. I mean, I know that most of the people who've gone through similar things have probably 6 months to 8 months to a year. So I would assume within that range, but I really don't know. Like I said, it's all really new right now. Yeah, I mean, neck issues are a potential career ender.
Yeah.
So, like, while it is jarring to hear him saying, like, I hope I'll come back, he obviously said I will, but, it's difficult to it sounds quite jarring, but these are very serious issues. And, if he just, like, I don't know, like, torn a muscle of some sort, I am sure he would have just gone, "Hey, Randy, just hit me with the RKO at Mania and beat me in a minute," or something like that. Or the punt, like they would have done something safe. The punt being safe is hilarious. But yeah, it sucks. I mean, who doesn't love Kevin Owens?
Yeah, exactly. I was really about to swear there for a split second. Sorry, Ryan. I'll contain myself. F you if you're that person who yelled at him. You see that when he was leaving on SmackDown? They were like, "Oh, you're crap," or whatever. It's like, he's clearly just given this like heartfelt promo where he's not. Like you say, it's a neck injury. You'd wish broken legs, broken arms, torn muscles on ahead of every other potential neck issue, because it's so dangerous, it's so risky for wrestlers. There was that weirdness around it where you were like, Is he working? Is he about to? But no, I think early on you sort of gauged from the way they were presenting it and obviously the reports that had come out prior to it that this isn't a work. And if it is, let's hang fire on it and, you know, talk about it afterwards. I hate the people who are like, maybe it's a work just so they can be like all high and mighty afterwards.
Yeah.
Why don't we just take it at face value for the time being? Get well soon, obviously, to Kevin Owens from all of us here at WhatCulture. Will they do the Randy Orton match when he comes back? They might have to switch the way it's working because Kevin Owens is going to get a hero's reception when he returns, despite everything that he's done.
This is it. This is how wrestling works. Yeah.
But like you say, it's one of those things where they wouldn't have risked it, but if it had been possible, you sense that Owens, the amazing worker that he is, would have just gutted it out and gone, we need to do this at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But it's clearly very serious if he's missing Mania and getting surgery right now. Get well soon to him. Just gutting for him. Like, are we getting Randy Orton versus Nick Aldis at WrestleMania? That's what people speculate on that.
I mean, why? Why would you want that? Like, what? No.
I think it's one of those things where we're a bit in the bubble, and some people in the bubble, understandably, want Nick Aldis to take that tie off and fight someone. But I think you need less than 2 weeks before WrestleMania for him to be like, bollocks, I'm fighting you.
I mean,
he did pay his fine for RKOing him a second time in advance, if you remember.
Yeah, he did. Nothing against Nick Aldis. I'm just like, why would you want that match?
I think a lot of people
might,
the hardcore WWE fans might only, unfortunately, know Nick Aldis as a general manager, a bit like Adam Pearce. Yeah. Like, they're both class wrestlers, but not in WWE because they haven't done it there.
It's just weird. It's just a weird match to watch.
Let's pick Randy's opponent.
Okay, right. Well,
good news, we've got a new opponent for Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
We've got two, actually, because it's Triple Threat Mania.
Okay.
That's you. I have this floor.
This is exclusive. Yes, this is a mess.
We need to rethink this. MVP. That'll be difficult.
It's also going to be difficult for his other opponent because he's doing double duty because it's Logan Paul.
Okay.
But Logan Paul versus Kevin Randy last year was really good fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Chuck him in there, bollocks. Who cares?
Get Logan Paul in this bit. No, I'm done. Hey, just got my Saraya line. Rhea Ripley, more like diarrhea.
Brilliant.
There you go.
There you go.
Job done. There you go. Rhea.
You get there in the end.
Yeah. Took a while.
Dominic,
right. More like I have nothing. Dom, more like sub.
There you go.
Boom. There we go. All right. Let's go.
Finally, let's talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame. It's all gone a bit quiet with regards to people going into the Hall of Fame. There was a while back that I think it was myself and Phil actually reported the reports that Kamala was supposed to be going into the Hall of Fame. All gone quiet there. That is not happening according to WrestleVote. He's not going into the Hall of Fame this year, but there's been previous discussions, obviously, hence all the reports coming out with the company and Kamala's family, and the relationship is strong enough that apparently it will be happening in the future, just not 2025, Andy.
Yeah, I believe his estate, his family have signed.
My light been on this.
Sorry. Right. I believe they've signed a Legends deal posthumously, obviously, as well. So, yeah, I mean, he's a guy who definitely. Kamala's an iconic wrestling monster. He definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame. Obviously, it's always a shame when you know the induction comes after the person has passed. I'm a big believer in giving people their flowers while they can still smell them. So that's a shame, but at the same time, if you can't do it this year, you can just do it next year or the year after. Like it's going to happen at some point.
Yes.
Eventually, they're going to run out of. And look, Kamala definitely belongs in there, but like at some point they're going to run out of people.
Yeah.
You know, from the past, the historic names, and that means that a big name like Kamala is guaranteed at some point to be involved in there. That's probably why they started actually inducting the moments, like the
matches and stuff.
Yeah, because it's like, hey, we've only got so many wrestlers from back that we can put in here.
Still not put Victoria in.
Yeah, rude.
It's every year.
Rude.
She's right there. I get it, Michelle McCool. Congratulations and all that, but like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
How many times have I got to say this?
They'll get there eventually as well, won't they? But yeah, he belongs in there.
Yeah.
And they'll get there. Don't worry, they'll get there. I mean, they've still got a bunch of headliners to get through, like The Rock. Like I had one right on the tip of my head. That's not the phrase. The Rock is the big one. Batista, people like Randy Orton, John Cena.
Yeah, I was going to say they can do.
Yeah, they're still active. They don't usually put active people in, but you know.
after this year, they can put Cena in.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be a big one, to be fair.
He'll be retired.
Yeah.
Silly boy.
Hopefully he'll be a bit nicer.
Yeah. He's going to ruin the Hall of Fame too. He's going to take everyone out of it. That's what he's going to do. Andre the Giant, nope. See you later, Chief.
Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the man that ruined wrestling, John Cena. Yay.
Hey, thank you for killing the thing I love. Bye, John, you idiot. Hey, speaking of turkeys,
Yep.
you know,
What?
he's got to get that done, hasn't he? He's got to get that.
What if he comes back for WrestleMania? Because he wasn't there on Raw last night. No word if he's going to make any more appearances. What if he comes back with like a luscious mullet?
Like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
As far.
Jesus.
Let's go. Why not?
I got new teeth too.
Easy, peeps. He's getting the full works.
Yeah, do it. If
John
you're a heel,
Cena.
might as well.
Yeah, go for
It's a
it.
heel move, innit?
Go for it. He's gonna be a babyface in 3 months, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, guys, I didn't mean it. I
He'll
was
probably
just
work. I mean, I think Randy's going to have an opponent at WrestleMania because I think they want Randy versus John Cena in St. Louis for Backlash.
There you go. Boom. Why not?
After, yeah, by the summer, post-summer Sam, I'd say he's back babyface.
I've literally just responded to the idea of a John Cena Randy Orton match in 2285 by saying, why not? What is wrong with me? The brain is
Different
not
time
working.
in it. Do you remember that Rumble where they were
Yeah.
like, ooh, one more time? People were like, no.
Nope. Seen enough of that.
But now, okay.
Anyway, from the minds that brought you Diarrhea Ripley and other great lines, check out the 100 greatest WWE WrestleMania moments. Peace and love to you, unless you're a bad person,
Yeah.
John Cena. In which case, I hope you never sleep well again, and I hope your next poop is a porcupine. See you later.
Bye.